Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt, Thorium. And in this episode, well, we're going to be doing something. Not exactly sure what. It's kind of difficult to because the game is so big, to come up with episodes that are going to be like within the regular 45 minutes to an hour of Cobalt Thorium episodes, which is what I shoot for. It's often not what I get. But yeah, so let's look at quests. What do we have here? Inventory, skills, star map. Oh, activities. Why is it called activities? That's a little weird. All right, so main faction misc. Still in confidence. Nissa Marcano has asked me to help acquire some cargo. Right. I think I probably want to get like better stealth or something before I do that. So we're gonna skip on that for now. It looks like the only things we have... What is this? Activities. Talk to Sergeant Yumi. Okay, we could go ahead and do some of these. Use a hand scanner to replace an outpost beacon. Okay. Let's talk to the scientist next to the tree. That sounds kind of basic, but it should kick off a larger episode, I would think, or a larger... Whoa, jeez, come on, dude. Give me some space. I wish this door was open. Alright. Oh, I guess we're going into a new area. Oh my goodness. Yikes. This game is so huge. It's kind of, cumbersome. Alright. Wow. Okay, so we have a tram.
UC Mast has recovered a significant amount of data stolen from Galbank. What was stolen, why, and how it was stolen are all unknown at this time. In a press statement, Galbank acknowledged there was a data breach and reassured its customers that their accounts have not been compromised and their credits are safe.
So that's the power that we just... Unless it's something else. That somebody was stealing energy from them, I believe? Siphoning it off?
New Atlantis Security has reported yet another Aurora overdose case. The psychotropic produced in the city of Neon and widely available there is illegal contraband in the United Colonies. We're asked to remind listeners that those in possession of Aurora are subject to fines and/or imprisonment and is a clear threat to public safety.
Alright, I'm trying to get more context on the world. So, your dreams from stars to stars, Trident Luxury Lines. That's kind of cool. Trident Luxury Lines. Those are deer that look like mountains.
Keeper Aquilus delivered what was by all accounts a passionate and moving sermon on greed and the responsibility of man. A small gathering of Sanctum Universum faithful listened to hear their founder, but some passerbys expressed frustration. I was just going to Galbank, one person said. Do I have to be subjected to universal propaganda? But this view may be in the minority, as the message of the Universals continues to spread far and wide.
Well, being anti-greed is pretty standard fare when it comes to religions. Style Among the Stars, so this is just trying stuff. We've seen those before. Oishi? Jemison Mercantile, yep, we've been there. So we've got a tram here. Staying clear of the door. Okay, these are the same ads. I gotta say, not enough variety in ads. we see the same 3. Hopefully they'll update that. Nat Station. Okay, I don't think we want to go in there yet. So there's a scientist by a tree. It looks like it's over there. There's some alien flora here. It looks kind of like it's underwater. Whoa, got some big crystal.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me.
Okay,
New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Alright. Mast district. Location discovered. Okay, so we were just in the mast. So that's the mast? Okay.
A thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abeyo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up.
We'll make sure she knows, ma'am.
Good. I'll see you at the 11:30 then.
Diplomat.
I don't think I'm the person you're looking for.
How rude. Making assumptions like that. Very rude. Just giving me the side eye. Alright, So do we explore this area, or do we go straight to the scientist by the tree? This game is so huge. It's so intimidating. Look at these eyes, jeez. Like insane people. Alright, so I guess we'll do a little bit of exploration here.
You swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy?
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC's made of. Supra et Ultra. If you're looking to earn yourself a place in the UC, Commander Tuala can get you squared away.
Unless you're my new commander, it's gonna have to wait.
Vanguard calls.
Tex better be quick with my ship. Got a mission I need to see to.
Well, that's
UC's
interesting.
paying my bills now.
Alright. I don't quite have a good read on everything yet here. I will say that, in general, I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from these folk here. But I need to understand it a little bit more. Like, they're clearly well-meaning, but I... Ooh. Running out of air. Reliant Medical. Alright, I'm kind of just wandering around at this point. It's like, how do you make a structured exploration of this? I wonder if there's a map. Of the local area? No? Guess not.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. You're seeing the doctor. That's it.
Maybe some other time. I have that report that's due.
I talked to your boss. She agreed that you need to take care of yourself. I know it's the funny, but a lot of times the earlier they catch something, the better it is.
You're right. I know you're right. I just wish They wouldn't keep us waiting so long.
Okay.
We almost had to have an intervention to get my wife here.
I keep
It's
telling
taken
myself
weeks of
that
talking to
Reliant
get my
Medical
wife to
is
come here.
top-notch.
The doctors better get here quickly.
How long do we have to wait?
I don't know. I don't work here.
You have to trust the science, the medical knowledge.
The procedure is low risk, but that still means risk. How long do we have to wait?
We almost had to have an intervention
that's
to
everything.
get my wife here.
Can't talk right now, sorry.
You're sitting in a plant, dude. Alright. So we can steal their succulents, but nothing else. Folder. Should we go in? Alright, let's go. It's just one guy here?
The majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical. I believe our reputation speaks for itself.
Alright. Just gonna look at his stuff here. So we have a pharmaceutical lab we can use here. Eventually I'm probably gonna have all these labs on the ship. That would be the hope. Tweezers, medical injector, so we can take the medical injector. No good drugs for us, though. Alright, let's talk to this guy and see what his story is. See if he's got anything for us. Get out of the way, you dopey. Oh, look at this. But we'll get in trouble if we take those, so I'm not gonna.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you. Welcome to
He's probably
Reliant.
just a vendor.
If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you. Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here. Well, of course, New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help.
What about the people right outside?
Well, you've certainly come to the right place.
Okay, so he's pretty much just a vendor. Let's just see what he's got. Adacrone? Used to fight symptoms of withdrawal until cure can be administered. Okay. Antibiotics, bandages, heal pace, heart immobilizer. Yep, that's for broken bones. Injector. That's for all kinds of different stuff. Junk flush, cures all addictions. See, this right here kind of makes this guy up here superfluous. So what they really should do is make it so that addictions are much more difficult to cure. Penicillin X. All right. I don't think we need any of this stuff just yet.
May you remain in good health.
Well, thank you so much, sir. It's kind of interesting that they have a whole area just for this one little guy. Maybe there will be a mission. Well, you're not sending the plant anymore. It's an upgrade.
I keep telling myself that Reliant Medical is top-notch.
Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Like every area in the city is like as big as New Atlantis. Or New Vegas. It's gonna take me forever to explore all this. What the heck do I do? I mean, I assume that over time there will be missions that'll take me to all of these places, but holy cow. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I shouldn't explore all these places. Maybe we should explore these places when I'm sent to them or something. Do them one at a time instead of all at once. Okay, well, I want to check out this EIT clothiers first. Because I don't know if there will be a mission again here. It's kind of... It's just a clothes shop. I really don't like these styles. I mean, they're not bad. They're just kind of meh. I want something sexier. Something that shows off a bit of leg. Well, maybe this city is just too civilized for that. Maybe I have to go to, like... There will be, like, a pirate nightclub or something, and they'll have nice outfits for Molly. Reliant Medical. Alright, what's up here? And then I'm gonna go...
I think I got them.
It's like a park.
What do you call them? Corns? Yeah, I got corns.
Why would somebody just volunteer that to a stranger? Oh my goodness. So I guess this is just like we go out into the city just ends and it's just wilderness from there on out. Or maybe it's some kind of giant park. Who knows? Hey there.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Except for neutral against the unknowns of space, right?
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
No, it's not. It's a hunk of junk. What is this over here?
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you.
Oh,
I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Well, I guess I accidentally got into the area that we're supposed to go to for the primary mission. So maybe we'll set that as our primary and just go ahead and do it. Alright, activities. Turn you off. Go to main, one small step. Go into the lodge. Come on. Okay. There we go. Nice.
Captain Molly, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomena in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wagers. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
They're talking about an eldritch being, probably. Well, maybe not eldritch, but like...
We appear to have a visitor.
Hi.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah?
Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
He died. I don't know. Can I lie? Doesn't matter. I have your artifact. Or, pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact. Or, who are you? Or, why don't we start by you telling me what Constellation is?
Sarah Morgan, chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question?
No!
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems.
Interesting.
It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions.
Okay.
Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
This is very well written. I like how she kind of just turns it back, but it's like a constant flow. It's not like a it doesn't feel artificial, you know, it feels conversational. Okay, pirates attacked.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Okay, I gotta say, I like this band so far. I mean, it's just a gut feeling. I think I'll work with them, but I do want to ask questions because I want to get more information, so.
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
It was bright lights and music, or I'm not talking about this. That thing almost killed me. Yeah, it did almost kill me, didn't it? Did wake up in a hospital. Alright, let's go.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
Gentlemen, can we please focus?
You think that
Noel,
thinks they're artifacts from God or
I
something?
think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
All right.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Should I back up?
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. Whoa. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Oh, that's what he's
2,000 credits for our little wager, Godfrey?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Well, I do like to... Well, I don't like mysteries. I want to know the answer. So, I'm probably going to end up joining. But you want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected? Let's say that first.
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
Okay. How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
What they're building? Well, that implies some knowledge that I don't think she should actually have. So that might be some bad writing right there. In fact, that makes me a little bit wary because we don't know the intentions of whatever built these things. It's all right. I'm in. Tell me what happens next, or this is all a bit much. I need some time to clear my head. Let's do it.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Alright, what do we get? So we got some XP. A lot of XP. Jeez. And a lodge key. Talk to Noel about quarters. Okay. Well, let's, Alright, so we got a whole bunch of new missions. This is great. A little bit of direction is super helpful. In fact, the game probably should have started here, because at the beginning it's a little bit...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, dude. You know I haven't seen it yet.
You been up to the Eye recently?
The Eye?
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything okay?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
So is this
Some
an
people love
observatory?
that kind of space. Pun intended.
Alright.
I am at your service, Captain.
Yep. I kind of want to just poke around, see who these guys are. He looks a bit like Gordon Ramsay. A little. Needs a pudgier face, but... Oh, I have the key for this. Should we open it? Is this my room? Oh, wow, look at this. There's a lab down here. Okay. Should we steal their med pack? Alright, so we have a pharmaceutical lab. There's some food. Oh, I guess maybe this doubles as a kitchen. It does. Okay. Cooking station. So pharma and cooking and weapon and spacesuit. What is this? Equinox laser rifle. Okay, so we have some weapons. Coachman. Let's take the ammo. Industrial workbench. Some tools. There's like everything down here. A mission board from Constellation. And what is this here? Credits. We'll take that. Storage box analgesic. Research lab. You know what? Maybe we should poke into the research lab at some point here pretty soon. We do have research as a skill, and we're not using it for anything. Holy cow. Okay. So. Is this my room? Storage box with toxins in it. Governor's first meeting agenda. It's worth a lot. Hammer, staple gun. It's a bunch of tools. Cheddar snack crackers. A bed. How's our health? Health is fine. Look at that plushie. That's awesome. 2 dates for Darla. Oh, come on. Well, these plushies are cool. That poster is not cool. Forever Human. What's even going on in this? Anyway. Excuse me for the coughing. I just got back from a family get-together for Labor Day. And, a lot of kids there. Kids Exposure to kids always makes me sick. Probably because, of course, you know, they're at school picking up whatever germs are around. So. The well. Okay, so that'll take us back outside. At the well, though. Interesting. I wonder where that door actually leads. Because we thoroughly explored the well. Oh. Alright, so the downstairs is pretty well explored. This is a nice little place here. Alright. Now. I wonder who these folks are.
I am at your service, Captain.
A nautical compass. What is this?
Yes?
Ooh, Constellation guide. Permanently reduced fall damage. I'll take that. Are we done exploring? Let's explore the room before we talk to folks. I should probably go in reverse order for this. Is that Amelia Earhart? No idea. Okay, that guy's fake. Oh, that's cool. I really like the way that this room is designed. It's got a very cool and seamless sort of... That's the NATO symbol. It's got a very cool, but it's a kind of seamless blend of like old world and new. Like this is almost like...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Like this is clearly a star kind of map, but it's built in like a Age of Sail type of.
I trust you're
like,
still
brass
satisfied with your choice to join Constellation, Noel.
It's a dream come true, Sarah.
Oh,
you
geez.
know that.
I'm glad to hear it.
Why don't you just blow
You
more
could have done
smoke
just
up
about anything.
her ass?
So it's important to me that you feel valued here.
Okay, maybe not every single day is a dream come true, but the work we're involved in, the discoveries we're making, it's all worth it.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, so I mean, when you make your protagonist like a little too good, like you shouldn't make it just like, oh, these are the good guys. Well, unless that's what you're going for. If you're going for like a Star Wars and there's a light side of the Force, dark side of the Force, then maybe. But even then, it's like you need you need a little bit of mischief. You need a little bit of Han Solo. You know, you can't just be all like, oh my God, everything's perfect all the time. Thank you so much. The work we're doing is so important. We are the good guys. You know, it's just like, come on. All right, we'll check out this weird alien garden. I don't know why they all have rocks in their garden. Is it a rock garden? I think it's weird. Oh, there's a sandwich. I'm tempted to take it, but I really like how this place is decorated. So I'm not gonna mess with anything. All right, let's go. Let's talk.
Yeah? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
All systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Time to go?
Well then, keep up the good work.
Of course. I have been given no alternate instructions.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment.
Oh,
I am at your service, Captain.
It's clearly money well spent.
Yeah, let's talk.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
You don't even know me. If that was an apology, you could do better. I've been called worse. I don't know. He seems kind of nice. Let's say you don't even know me. It's a bit of a defensive and what would you call it? Well, yeah, it's a bit more aggressive than I want to say, but our character's also supposed to be like a business person, so.
Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
All right, I like him. He's endearing. I hope the drinks are at least free. Yeah. Just watch the grumpiness in the future. I'm glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment.
I saw that.
Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is.
Okay, so that's for sure.
I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
That sounds pretty good. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards.
Okay,
I've
so
tried
you're
to convince the United
anti-piracy.
Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think.
Not when everybody...
I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Oh, sure, I see lights and hear music all the time. It's a non-stop party in my head. I haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking. Or do you mean you mean, have I seen something like this before? I really want to say this one, but yeah, let's just say that.
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
True. I haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking. I haven't seen anything like that in my life. I hope if I say this, what it needs is something here that says in parentheses sarcasm, because I don't want to actually say that. Yeah, I can't pick this because I mean the oh sure. I don't know if this is going to come off as sarcastic. I want it to. Yeah.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
All right. I like this guy. I think he's great.
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. I'm not getting any younger here.
Oh, come on. We've been chatting the whole time.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Nice. Okay. I like this guy. He's
Remember,
cool.
You're representing all of us out there.
Well, I haven't officially joined yet, have I? She said to go around and meet people, so... How do I get to the upstairs?
So, Mateo, swiped any new religious texts?
Ha ha. I don't have much time for that kind of thing anymore. So much to do around here, you know?
Right, sure. You're telling me you haven't been on the lookout at all?
All right. There's a chance that a 15th century edition of Aquinas' Summa Theologica is out there. I've been asking a few questions in my spare time.
Let me know how it turns out.
Okay, so he's the religious scholar. Wow, that's kind of interesting. That's a really great painting. Is this like a Stradivarius or something?
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Where's the bar?
Hope you've got your pen at the ready, Walter. Bills to sign and all.
Oh, jeez.
Never ends, does it? Dare I ask what I'm paying for now?
Fuel isn't free, I'm afraid. This artifact hunt is
Ask if
keeping
you've
us
got
busy.
questions. Speak up.
Sometimes I think you only keep me around because
We're all
I hate
here
it
for the same reason.
You don't fool me for a moment, Walter. You love it and you know it. I'm listening.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point.
There's a station in orbit, too?
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it? Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
All right, what brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits.
I feel like it was trying to show me just like the galaxy. You think this was a religious experience? All I know is I've experienced nothing like it. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I know it's important. I can feel it. If it means something, I didn't understand it. Well, let's go with this first, because I'm always looking for more information.
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
I didn't understand it, so I'll go with this one.
Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later.
I'm sure
we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Gotcha. All these artifacts came out of caves.
Second one was on Cazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one
right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Which means there might be others in that situation.
Take care of yourself.
All right.
Sarah is the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
This is a really cool room. So actually, now that I think about it, this shape looks a lot like the shape that we saw in the vision. At the end. After it zoomed out past, like, past the zooming out of the galaxy type of view. Or at least that's kind of how the impression that I got from it. Alright, so we still have to talk to you.
Your father dropped by. He left a note for you. Here.
Okay.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Okay. How long have you been working on all of this? The vision I saw, what do you think it was? I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay. So let's do the questions first.
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
The vision I saw, what do you think it was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
This wasn't random synapses firing, it means something. So there's a reasonable explanation, or whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me. Or Barrett saw something too? Well, that's the question, so let's do it.
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
I have to say I don't really like her jump to conclusions. I might just say, even though I don't know that it wasn't coming from me, I'm gonna say this.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations.
Oh, geez, you're so patronizing.
I'm not saying you didn't really see anything. Just that it's really hard to determine after the fact.
Okay,
It's okay.
I don't like this character now.
Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared.
Oh, God,
We're all in this
really
together
don't
now,
like
right?
you. The woman who has not experienced this at all being like, you should be more prepared. Oh, my God. Okay, I really don't like you. Okay, I was wondering about other types of exploration. Sure. More missions, more good.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts. Actually, she doesn't really seem to know much about them. Nobody does, so... Okay.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help.
Everything all right?
Okay, they need to reset that timer at the end of what she speaks for all these characters, because the other guy did that too, where it's like the "oh, you've waited too long" message, but we haven't waited too long. Like, we're mid-conversation here.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Organic stuff, got it. Or I have more important things to worry about. Or how could organic resources help with learning about the artifacts? It's a question, let's do it.
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
But yeah, just to that, I mean, a lot of times in science, you have a wheat and chaff situation. More data points is not necessarily better. In fact, oftentimes it's worse because what you want is data points that are like relevant to certain things. You don't just want noise. You know, you got to keep that signal to noise ratio. All right. Science. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Okay.
Right.
Are we gonna
So you've seen the library, obviously.
Yep.
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions.
I can imagine.
Gardens are out the doors there.
Yep.
If you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part. At least usually. Let's head upstairs.
Okay.
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I was wondering how to get upstairs. Little did I remember that there's a staircase right here. So these are various people's rooms. We'll have to poke into each one and see if we can identify whose belongs to whom. I suspect it's probably pretty easy. Oh, here's the bar.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
We'll have to look at some of the wall art later. You put me way back here? Okay.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet.
Really?
I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Well, it's not much of a tour, lady.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full-time.
The Eye? Is that the space station? Let's see what happens if I say organic resources.
Great, let's see what you have.
I do have some. Common organic resource. Item is used as a component in crafting. Oh, we do have a lot of stuff. Exotic. Common. Well, let's give her some common stuff, because I don't know what this stuff is. Although, it's probably taking up inventory weight. Maybe we should just give her all of it. Uncommon. Common. Let's give her some of these bones. We'll give her some toxin, I guess. Sure. That's fine for now. Okay.
Stay safe, okay?
Will do. Well, we'll try anyway. Let's take a look at our room. Moby Dick. Looks comfy, at least if you're a back sleeper. A side sleeper, maybe not so much. Although there doesn't seem to be a wave in the mattress, just in the mattress frame, so. Chrono Mark watch case. I don't want to take it. Alright, we have a storage area. This is nice. Little bar. With some Chardonnay. Alright. Not bad. Do we want to store anything right now? This might be where we end up storing books. Oh. Some money just got sent to our parents. Let's see who else is around. Okay, so here's the common room that they were talking about. Looks like it's more of a meeting room. Alright. So this is apparently Mateo. Fresh produce. That's pure hydroponics promise. Shipped daily across the settled systems. Very wholesome. Sir Livingstone's second journal. It's got a pretty good value. Books are apparently quite valuable. So it looks like he sits here. So this is some kind of shrine, I guess. Whoa, what happened? Okay, a little bit of a glitch there. Some Z order fighting. Okay. Exotic wood decoration. His bed's not as wavy and fancy as mine. Lamp planter. See, this is a nicely managed, like, manageable sized place to explore. It's not overwhelming. Well, geez. Actually, maybe it is a little bit. So this is somebody's office. Probably the report. The Clark Lewis. Okay. Fancy compass. Folder. A sextant. So this is probably the financier guy's office. Oh, maybe it's his room, actually. There's a bed here. Wooden face sculpture. Aja Mama Sa's diary. Okay. How much is it worth? Nothing. Well, maybe this is Aja Mama Sa's. Whoever that is. Aja Mama Sa. Oh, there's another. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's another floor. So that goes back out to New Atlantis, so I don't want to go back. I don't want to go out there just yet. What do we have here? Ooh, money. Should we just take all their money? I mean, we could use it. That's a kind of a cool piece of wall art. Sebastian Banks' speech. Unmade bed. Pill bottle. Hopefully they won't care that I took all the money. I will put it to good use. Alright, so that goes outside. That's somebody's room. Wait, what? Okay. Goofball. Let's go. Okay, so here's the bar. Let's take a peek at it. Cool tree. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. So we got a couple of drinks here. Chandra Port, Sauvignon Blanc. Moby Dick. We have a lot of Moby Dicks. Origin of Species. That's Darwin, Dracula. Bram Stoker, of course. Sculptures. A lot of wine, not a lot of scotches or anything like that. Tequilas. I do enjoy myself a high-end tequila, personally. I used to be into scotches, but I mean scotches are good, but like a high-end tequila is really my jam. Great Expectations. Interesting that that's only worth $90. Moby Dick again. Start of the Heavens. That I don't know what that is. I consider myself a particularly well-read person, but I don't know what the story of the Heavens is. Cooking station. It's kind of an interesting skull. Kind of an interesting sculpture. Huh. Lots of books. Oh, right, we've already been there. What room are you? Okay, a janitor's closet. I suppose it's necessary. Now, does the janitor actually get a membership in the club? Because he's gonna need a key. Okay, who lives here? Weapons case. The Paradiso Complex. Christmas Carol. Bad people, bad jokes. Weapon case. Unlock inaccessible. I'm not gonna try to get on the bad side of these folks just yet until I know more about them. I'm probably gonna remain allied to them because I kind of like them so far. I can't use a flashlight to peek into this dark corner, so. It's kind of a cool ship. Looks a lot like mine, actually. A little storage room. What is that? Folder. So we're nothing in particular that's all that interesting in here. There's a little gym next door. Cool carpet. Or rug, rather. So maybe this isn't a gym. Maybe somebody actually sleeps here. So, drink pack white wine. What's that? Bottle opener. Okay, so this is more of a dude bros place. Feeding the front lines. Return of the Interceptor, coming this fall. Yep, so this guy's gotta be like their weapons guy or something like that. He's got the dumbbells, economic That's kind of interesting. Economic meltdown. It's kind of interesting that she's got Uzis. Like, does she play the Uzi? What? Like, what is that? Hammer. Okay. Bat ball. All right, that's awesome. That is quite clever, I have to say. All right. So I don't know whose room this is. In fact, it's... I would have personally made the rooms more, like, much more obvious as to who belongs to what, you know? Yep, seen that poster. So this is probably science girl's room. Because she's all about the science, apparently. Which, I have to say, that trope is just so played out. It's all so tiresome, right? Okay, so Mateo, science girl. This guy over here's... Whoa, that's the toilet. That's kind of cool. So this is probably the finance guy. So is this the main lady? Probably. Okay. I think we know sort of where everybody is. But they do have a spare room here. I mean, they don't have to use this as storage. There's plenty of space down in the basement. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Alright, well, it's getting a bit on in this episode. We've done a lot of exploring where we've joined a new organization. We've leveled up. So I think that now is a good time to wrap up this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at whenever they go up. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.